Hello everybody, welcome back to Honeysuckle Homestead Retreat. I know I've been gone a long time and I apologize for that, but I have had so much going on in the works behind the scenes and I can't wait to tell you guys about it because it may involve you. Hi everybody, my name is Desiree. I live and work in Atlanta, but I have a tiny house in the Appalachian Mountains where I'm slowly starting an off-grid farm. I'm a single girl doing most of the work on my own and learning as I go. So come along with me on my journey and I hope it will entertain and maybe also give someone out there a little inspiration. Welcome to Honeysuckle Homestead Retreat. All right, so you're probably wondering what the big news is. I have some big news. I actually do have some big news. And it, as I said, may involve you guys or it may not. It just depends on if it's something that you would be interested in or not. But the land here behind me, all of this property back here, I originally was planning on putting a horse riding ring back here. I have since changed my mind. And what I have decided to do instead is put lots here for tiny homes. Yeah. I want to put some lots here so you guys that have your own tiny homes can come join me at Honeysuckle Homestead. I don't have a lot of space here. I haven't quite measured it out yet, which I am about to do. I'm going to measure it out on camera so you guys can see like how much space I have here. But I did meet with the gentleman yesterday that's going to be doing all my excavating for me and also running all the electric lines and the septic lines and the water lines and everything like that. I met with him yesterday. So we're gonna first start with getting rid of all this brush back here, all of that. And he's actually going to cut into the mountain over there on that side, right over there. Yeah, I'll just walk over there. So he's gonna cut into the mountain right back here to give like more land, more room, more space. And the idea is I would like to be able to provide lots that are big enough so that you at least have a tiny yard of some sort. Have a space to park your car, have a little area, grassy area for you to do whatever you want to do with it. But back here where all this bamboo is, he's actually going to cut into that mountain. I know it's probably hard to see. But he's going to cut into that mountain and give us some more room here and cut some of these trees here so that we don't have to worry about them falling or anything like that. But a lot of these trees are younger trees, so I'm not too concerned about it. It shouldn't be that much of an issue, at least not right now. Now, I will say this piece of the property right here is right on the road. It's right on a highway. But what I would like to do, and leave a comment in the comment section below if this sounds like a good idea to you guys or not as far as what I'm about to say. But what I'm wanting to do is plant maybe some kind of cypress, like fast growing coverage trees, like a Leland cypress or whatever grows in this area, and plant it along here, along like right in front of where the road is. That way this area back here will be more private and you won't, like, people won't be staring at you guys every time they drive by. So that's my plan. But what I want to do first is get all the excavation done and get, you know, the lots put in. And then, you know, you do landscaping like last. It's not like the first thing you do. So I'll be planting those trees later on. And it will take them a little bit of time to grow, obviously. So whoever does decide that they want to live here, you will have to contend with the road for a little bit. Now in the summertime, these trees right here that are right behind me by the road, they're pretty full. So you won't see a lot of the road in the summertime. It's in the wintertime that you really see it. My property line is right over here, so it won't go any further than that. And I did meet my neighbor over there yesterday, actually. Nice man. Him and his wife have been living there for a couple years now, and they're fixing up their home over there. But he's got like a garden going and stuff like that. A lot of self-sufficient minded people live in this area. So if that's kind of your mindset as well, maybe you would want to live here too. I'm not going to be selling the lots. It'll be a lot like how Randy Jones at Incredible Tiny Homes does it, where you rent the lot. with that said, I haven't decided on the price yet. So I'm not going to put a price point out there quite yet. But I have decided that whatever the price is, it will include water and septic and not internet. Well, it might include internet. We'll see about that. But it will include water, septic, and power. So whatever the price is, that's going to be your price. You won't have to worry about any fluctuations in electricity or anything like that. It'll be a flat rate, whatever the rate is that I actually decide on. So we'll see about that. I just wanted to let you guys know that this is what I've been working on. And this is one of the reasons why I've been working so much and I haven't actually been on the property, is because I am working on raising the funds to get this work done. I apologize for my absence, but I feel like this is pretty exciting news, and I can't wait to like share Honeysuckle Homestead with other people that are wanting to. Keep in mind, this is out in the middle of nowhere, so this would have to be for people that either work from home or are retired or whatever. There's not much work around here, so that's something you have to keep in mind as well. And I'm not gonna, tell you different, because that's just the way it is here. Some people have been able to, like, if you don't mind driving like an hour or so into town, you can still work somewhere. I think the closest town is about 35 minutes away. But I mean, it depends on what kind of job you're wanting. Like if you're wanting to work at Walmart, not an issue. But if you are more specialized, you might have an issue. So I just wanted to put that out there, that this isn't really for people that are younger. I mean, it just depends on where you are in life. So this isn't for everyone, for sure. But, well, I mean, tiny homes aren't for everyone either, right? So we're already a unique group here as it stands. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited. Also, I already have an electric pole that's right here behind me. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah. So this is already here, this electric pole. And so that's where our power will be coming from. So I already got that. I actually do already have a well installed, and I already have septic installed. A lot of the work's already been done, which is fantastic. Got to get the excavating done and got to put the lots in. I don't know if I mentioned how many lots. I'm looking at probably about 5 lots. 3 would be to the right of the power pole there, because they need their right of way. They're 25 feet on either side of it. So we won't be able to get too close to it. So we'll be able to fit at least 3 to the right of it, maybe 4. Once the excavation's done, I'll have a better idea of the space that we have here and what we're able to work with. But then to the left of it, I'm planning to put 2 other homes, or 2 other lots for homes. And I can show you right now. Of course, it's all in the very beginning stages of this, so I'm excited. I'm excited because I finally met with the guy yesterday and we talked about it, and I'm feeling really good about it. He feels really good about it. He thinks it's a great idea. He's going to be handling all the inspection stuff that needs to be done. Well, he's going to help me fill out the paperwork for it. All the little areas need to be inspected once he puts in the electric. The inspector comes out to make sure the electric's good, all the different poles. So, but right here, right behind me here is a cinder block shed that's been on the property. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. But besides, like next to this, this is actually where an old home used to sit. The old farmhouse was to the right of that cinder block shed. So it's been torn down. It's no longer here, obviously. It was such an old farmhouse, it didn't even have plumbing in it. And I don't think it had electric either, for that matter. I'm not even sure, but I know for a fact it did not have plumbing. It was definitely an old farmhouse. Actually, the door on my tiny house came from that old farmhouse. So just a little tidbit there. There's room over here for at least 2 more homes, maybe homes that are a little bit smaller, because this right here is right in front of the gate. So yes, you will have a gate coming into this tiny home lot area, which is nice. And those are my plans thus far. Don't really have too much to say. I'm sure anyone that's interested is going to have a ton of questions. I may not have all the answers yet. There's a lot that I probably haven't thought of yet. I have thought about mailboxes. I'm assuming I will probably do something similar to an apartment complex where you have like a group of mailboxes together. But I will need to talk to the post office about that and see what the deal is as far as having mailboxes here. Because I am wanting to do long-term rentals here. I'm not wanting to do short-term weekends or something like that. At least that's my plan, that's my goal. So we'll see where we go from there. So yeah, any questions you have, please ask me in the comments below. I'm curious what other people's thoughts are, what they think. As far as the sizes of the lot, I don't know yet. I am going to take out a measuring wheel and just see how much space we have here. With that said, I don't know exactly the size of the lots yet. I'll have a rough idea once I use the measuring wheel today, but once he does all the excavating and moving the dirt around and everything, I'll have a much better idea, because we'll have more space cut into that mountain there, which will be really good. I think that'll help out a tremendous amount. We are at 198 feet. It's 67 feet, but I'm gonna be cutting into that mountain probably another 10 feet, I'm guessing, something like that. I'll do a measurement again after they do all the excavating so that we know the exact measurements. But so we're looking at probably 70 and maybe 80 feet, maybe, in this other direction. So I think that's pretty good. Those are the measurements for this area here. I still don't know what lot sizes we're gonna go with yet, but I don't want everybody to be crowded, that's for sure. So, you know, somewhat close together, but not super crowded. And yeah, you got a nice view of that mountain there behind me, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's beautiful countryside here, pretty quiet. And yeah, I think people would enjoy living here. I'll get into more details about all of this once we get moving with it, but I just wanted to give you guys kind of a heads up for now of what's happening behind the scenes and why I've been gone. But I am excited. I'm hoping that once I get this community going, I'll be able to move up here myself as well. As I said, plan to live here. If you want to know what I'm kind of picturing for this community, I'm picturing a group of like-minded people that want to live a nice, simple life, but, you know, maybe have a little garden, maybe have some chickens. All these things are left to be discussed and worked out, but I am definitely not against, you know, like the farm life aspect of it. So I've got a lot to think about still about like how it's going to be, but yeah, the water here is off of a well. And the septic is, you know, septic that's in the ground that was installed. Internet. Oh, I'm sure that is a question a lot of people have. Internet. Because y'all know I had internet problems myself. The reason I've had internet problems isn't because of the internet in the area. The internet we have here is called Point Broadband. And for the most part, it is pretty good internet. For the most part. It is fiber optic internet, so it's actually good high-speed internet. The reason I had problems with it is because I had to run a line from my shed that has the solar batteries and panels on it, because that's where I actually had the internet originally installed. So I had to run a Cat5 cable. They are only 300 feet long. You can't get longer than that because, well, maybe you can, but I was told that if you go any further than 300 feet, you will have connectivity issues. The issue I had was the conduit that was ran with the electric and that Cat5 cable to my tiny house was more than 300 feet. So they actually had to splice my Cat5 cable with another Cat5 cable in order to give me enough length to use the internet. Well, I think the splicing was the issue, and that's why I've had connectivity issues. With that said, I have since bought a one of the Starlink satellites, and it works really, really well in this area. I mean, it's fantastic. So I was planning on offering Starlink here for internet service and just putting like a access point in everybody's tiny home so that they have access to it. If I do that, then internet will be included in whatever the price is. Pretty much everybody wants internet. So there's really bad cell phone service out here, I will say that. So if you don't have internet, it is going to be hard to communicate with the outside world. As far as a landline phone, I don't even know. I don't have a landline phone here. I'm sure there's a way to get one installed. So maybe that's a thing. I don't know. But anyway, that's where we are with internet at the moment. Regardless, internet will be available here one way or another. I will make sure of it because I have to have internet myself. So I will make sure that every tiny home here has internet. Whether it's through Point Broadband, which I would have them come out again and install on this side of the property, which would be another internet service for me, but it would, I think it might be better than Starlink, but I really don't know. Starlink is pretty good, pretty solid. Those are the options that we have. We'll either do Starlink or we'll do Point Broadband over here and have them install it into each area. But we'll see. Okay, I'm kind of rambling now, but I am really excited. I hope you guys are excited too at the prospect of this. I don't know how long it's going to take. They are going to start doing the clearing of the brush sometime in December. So hopefully sometime after that, they'll get the excavation done. And then after that, we'll start doing the install for the electric and all the utilities. Yeah, so exciting news. Timeline, rough timeline, I'm thinking hopefully less than a year, but it could be as far as a year. It also depends on my financial situation and how all that goes. So keep that in mind. But anyway, as I said, leave some comments in the comment section below. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, thumbs up, please. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because this is the only way you'll be updated on what's happening here at Honeysuckle Homestead Retreat. I will see you guys next time.